My name is Lina. I'm a business owner in Kitchener-Waterloo. I'm actually on the Canadian International Hair Competition team. It's an honor to be able to represent Canada outside of Canada as an immigrant Canadian. I love that. Once I leave Canada to go compete elsewhere, I'm Canadian, and that's something to be very, very proud of. We came to Canada in '98, August, I remember. I was 14 years of age. As a family, some of our challenges were that my dad had 5 children. None of us worked except for my dad. The one important element about Canada is that it does have programs like the food bank, the ESL programs, assisted living, housing, and all of that, that really help a lot of new Canadians establish themselves in the first 3 to 5 years. Some of the programs that helped us when we first came to Canada were the food bank, where we were able to get a lot of assistance without paying for it. So that really helped, it really helped us as a family get what we needed to get started. The feeling that, we were left with of how much help we were able to get, and we're not even from here. So it really sort of made me realize what it's like to give back. In recent years, when I was talking to my parents about what kind of things that helped us in Canada, and the food bank was one of them, it was a big deal, and I really didn't know that it was that big of a deal for my parents. It's a huge blessing to be able to know that you don't have to pay for something and still be able to get something very essential. So they felt very blessed and just safe in that, we didn't have to go to bed hungry. Recently I had the opportunity to tour the food bank, where I was made aware of some of the misconceptions that are around it. A question was being asked about, do people depend on the food bank for a long period of time, and does that enable them to stay where they're at in life and not have to move forward or find a job or kind of move on with their life? That thought isn't necessarily real, because I used the food bank when I was 14, 15, or 16 years of age, and here I am 17 years later with some great accomplishments that I've been able to have, and I'm not on the food bank anymore. By receiving the help from the food bank and the food that we were able to receive from the food bank, we were able to feel like now we belong here. We were able to understand the culture a little bit more by experiencing the different types of food that we were able to get. I remember trying cereal for the first time in my life. That was really cool. A box showed up and it was the Fruit Loops, the different colors and stuff. My mom makes everything from scratch, so it takes her a while to cook, but to be able to have a meal in 3 minutes, maybe even a minute, milk and cereal, it wasn't something I grew up with. It was wow, cereal and milk, and you can have it right away and it's instant and it actually tastes good. The important thing to remember is just because we need it at that time, it doesn't mean that we will need it forever. It's a very positive thing to look back on and know that someone was there for us when we needed it the most. So I've been really, really fortunate to experience the generosity of this community through the food bank. The experience of being given something has really, really stuck with me. That experience is definitely something that is very, very powerful. There's a lot of things that we do right now with my company where we do give back to the community, and a lot of it has to do with being able to see the opportunity in helping others because someone else was able to help us. Someone gave you a chance, and it's only fair that you give it to others. I'm able to pay it forward through teaching, educating other young artists and hairdressers. I love taking in co-op students and apprentices and being able to give them a career that they can have and sort of, make their own life with. In 2010, I was able to establish a charity hair show called Hair United. It's always to do with kids, and it's always to do with different children's charities. It always involves the community of hairdressers, and all of our proceeds go to a children's foundation. Paying it forward is very, very important. Yeah. One way to help is to remember that 1 in 20 people in the Waterloo region use the food bank. So with your donation, you can make a difference and help someone smile.